India's festival season seems to have become a season of allegations and counter-allegations. And now it's even activist versus activist on who is deciding which politician to expose or not. Today, former cop, now lawyer activist YP Singh had a press conference in Mumbai claiming that Sharad Pawar violated land rules to favour Lavasa corporation. He claimed that this is because Sharad Pawar's daughter Supriya Sule held shares in that corporation. Now, this has of course been said before. It is in the public domain. Petitions are also in court. But is it now really about the court of public opinion and who is seen as India's anti-corruption face?
Old charges but a fresh attack on Union Minister Sharad Pawar. YP Singh, an ex-police officer, dug up old files and investigations into Lavasa, a top-end hill station. The crux of YP Singh's allegation is against the Pawar Parivar. In 2002, Sharad Pawar's nephew, AJIT Pawar, as Maharashtra Irrigation Minister, leased 340 acres to Lavasa Corporation Limited for 23,000 a month for 30 years. Sharad Pawar's daughter, Supriya Sule, and her husband owed almost 21% in Lavasa Corporation. In 2007, Sharad Pawar was part of a meeting which reportedly helped Lavasa Corporation get permission to build more in the hill station. In 2006, Supriya sold her stake of about 10% for what YP Singh reckons was about 5 to 10 crores, but says it was actually worth 1,000 crores because 2 years later, the entire property was valued at 10,000 crores.
यानी मुफ्त में जमीन दी गई, अपने रिश्तेदार को दी गई, उस जमीन को एकाएक उसकी जो कॉर्पोरेशन की कीमत 10,000 करोड़ रुपए हो जाती है, उसका 10% शेयर जो है लगभग नगण्य मूल्य में बेच दिया गया। कहाँ गया वो पैसा? कैश में लिया या क्या लिया, कुछ नहीं कह सकते। मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग हो, ये तो इन्वेस्टिगेशन के बाद ही पता चलेगा।
क्योंकि ये मामला कोर्ट में है, आज सब जुडिस है, सब जुडिस मैटर पर इससे ज्यादा बोलना ठीक नहीं है।
The attack on Sharad Pawar comes at a time when the government is reeling under waves of attacks, especially over corruption, when its majority is a bit shaky over its politically contentious reforms. Pawar has been a rare brick for the government. But YP Singh's real target appears to have been fellow activist Arvind Kejriwal, especially as he says he helped Kejriwal investigate Lavasa at length.
कि मैं इतना बड़ा एक स्कैम एक्सपोज कर रहा हूं, पूरे देश को उन्होंने एकदम रोमांचित करके रखा था कि बहुत बड़ा एक घोटाला सामने आने वाला है। लेकिन जब बाद में देखा कि एक छोटा सा मैटर, गडकरी का मैटर, और उसके लिए उन्होंने इतना बड़ा एलिगेशन लगा दिया गलत लीगल पॉइंट पे। मेरे ख्याल से केजरीवाल जी फिलहाल जो है इस तरह से पॉलिटिक्स नहीं की जाती है। मुझे ये कहना देश बर्बाद हो रहा है, ये हिटलर ने किया था जर्मनी में। उन्होंने कहा था जर्मनी तबाह हो रहा है, तबाह हो रहा है, तबाह हो रहा है, तबाह हो रहा है, मुझे लाओ।
मुझे ये नहीं पता उन्होंने ऐसा क्यों कहा, वो तो बड़े अच्छे मित्र हैं हमारे और बहुत अच्छा काम करते हैं, हम सब लोग उनका बहुत सम्मान करते हैं। उन्होंने ऐसा क्यों कहा, मुझे बहुत जानकारी नहीं।
Is Arvind Kejriwal's solution like Hitler's? What about the essence of the charges, the substance of the charges against Sharad Pawar, who dismissed it, saying it's old, these are baseless? We've heard all of this before. Why is it that there is still such interest in this announcement of scam after scam? Is it also because there are no credible fast-track inquiries which can clear people of allegations? So they remain floating around. They may be true, they may be completely false. We have no idea at this point. Well, joining me tonight on this debate, I'm joined by a former Supreme Court judge, also former Karnataka Lokayog, Justice Santosh Hegde, former member of Team Anna. I'm also joined by Manish Shishodia of India Against Corruption. I'm joined by Dilip Patgaonkar, consulting editor of Times of India, Nawab Malik of the Nationalist Congress Party, and from the BJP, Mr. GVL Narasimha Rao. Thank you all very much for joining us tonight. Justice Hegde, a voice with a completely different perspective, a judicious as well as a judicial perspective, I hope. While nobody is denying that in a sense these press conferences have brought much needed attention to allegations of misappropriation of public resources or public property by politicians, is there now a sense that we are going too far in this kind of trial by press conference?
No, Sonia, there is no other way out now. Because every time you make a speech in a platform, nobody takes it very seriously. It's only when you have a press conference where you release documents and show some prima facie case, I think the media carries it throughout pan-India. Otherwise, I don't think it reaches. I still remember the day when I heard that in the parliament, when Firoz Gandhi raised the issue of LIC case, and then the finance minister Krishnamacharya had to resign and Mundra had to go to jail. Will such a thing happen today? I don't think it will happen at all. Things have changed very much.
It's interesting you say that, Justice Hegde, because I would, of course, point to your own Lok Ayukt report. It was a report which was researched, a report which had facts and which actually brought down a chief minister. Yet you still are cynical about how much this can actually happen in India today.
Yeah, what else has happened? But for the Supreme Court directive to the CEC, nothing ever would have happened. No charge sheet would ever have been filed by the government of Karnataka. These things are of no use now. People are getting used to this and they're keeping quiet. But I think press releases have, at least in the last about a month or so, have been carrying some weight and opinion forming amongst the people of India.
So this is an important fact and opinion forming, bringing it to the public domain. Nawab Malik, come in here, because I think in that sense, the argument that some are saying that, oh, this is an old scam, it's all been heard before, doesn't really matter. The issue is, there is still no conclusion in this matter. There is no final word on what actually happened in this case. In a sense, for the Pawars also, there should, I'm sure, be some closure in are they guilty or not. Do you feel that in that sense, still there is closure or an independent probe, this will continue? There will be a cloud of suspicion.
Say Mr. YP Singh has taken a press conference today and he emphasized himself that he is an advocate. As I want to quote that a writ petition has been filed by Mr. Anna Hazare, Medha Patkar, Bishambar Chaudhary against the Lavasa Development Corporation. And the advocate learned YP Singh is appearing for the case. All cases are filed by him. If he is a learned advocate, Justice Hegde, honorable judge, retired judge is there. If a advocate filed a case before the court of law, his duty to be depose all things on the floor of the court. But instead of submitting his case before the court, he has utilized media to defame or to get some publicity from the press conference. The kind of a situation has made by Mr. YP Singh. If he is an advocate, his own duty is there to be faith in judiciary and perfectly depose your case or handle the case and get the judgment what you expect from the court.
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app. Fully optimized for retina display. Full screen view. Faster response time. And Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.